The other day, I realized it's been almost 18 months since leaving my old company to start my own business. Time flies. However, with all this COVID junk, it feels like it's been about 5 years. These last 18 months, they've been wild. And as I reflect on this season of entrepreneurship, I thought it would be worthwhile to share a few of the lessons I've learned throughout this journey. And if I wasn't self-conscious enough about my shortcomings, I'm just gonna go ahead and broadcast them to the world. So here we go. The minute that we think we have everything figured out is the moment we've lost the game. Life changes so fast, and in the world of business ownership, it simply magnifies that. By the time I hit the 1-year mark in my career journey, I thought I'd be doing speaking engagements on a weekly basis. Instead, we went into quarantine. Then out of the blue, we're creating a video course and we're pulling all-nighters shooting video. I didn't see that coming. Number 2, it's so easy to undervalue our own work. Call it imposter syndrome, call it lack of confidence, call it whatever you want. We simply do a terrible job of adequately valuing ourselves when we're forced to put a price on our work. I was sitting around a table with a group of peers and I made a random comment about the value of my work being worth way more than what I charge. Now, a really wise woman, she interrupted me and asked, well, how much is your work worth then? And I said, probably double, to which she responded, then you should be charging double. And she didn't add this, but she should have added, you idiot. I laughed off this feedback, but the group continued to badger me about it and go on and on. Fast forward 24 hours, I was meeting with a potential client, and I quoted them a price that was nearly double what I had previously been charging. And they called it a bargain. And they've called it a bargain every step of the way, charging double of what I was charging previously. Wow, talk about eating a slice of humble pie. And today, my coaching rates are nearly triple what some of my earliest clients were paying. I wish I would have learned this lesson earlier, but some of those earlier clients are pretty glad I didn't. Speaking of people badgering me, here's the next lesson I learned. I can't do it alone. Business ownership, especially as a solopreneur, can be super lonely. But here's the good news. Nobody says we have to do it alone. Luckily, I had the self-awareness early on, or just realizing I wasn't that smart, to know that there's no way I could do this all by myself. So I found some really awesome people to surround myself with. I hired my good friend Ryan to help me with creative and design elements, things that I hate doing, and frankly, I really suck at. I hired an accountant to help me navigate the bookkeeping and the taxes. And I hired a business coach who could help me unlock my potential in ways that I never knew were possible. That was a game changer for me. And I rented co-work space where I was able to find a community of bright, driven, encouraging peers. Last but not least, I partnered with my friend Cole Netton, who's a filmmaker, to create the video course Meaning Over Money. These people have changed my life. They started as acquaintances, which turned into collaborators, which morphed into family. These people make me better, and I'm so grateful to have a work family, even if their work is totally different than mine. We don't have to do it alone, and I'm so grateful for that. Entrepreneurship, it's exciting, and it is so scary. Will we have enough money to pay the bills this month? Will people really trust me? With a million different options, which path should I focus on? Should I stick with coaching? Maybe lean into speaking? Or finally start that podcast? Maybe write something that exposes me to the core? Or do I accept an out-of-the-blue offer to create a banging new video course with a young filmmaker? We live in a culture, in a time where there are no boundaries and no limits. That's exciting, and it's scary. I wake up every single day excited to find out what life will throw at me. Speaking of scary, here's the last lesson I learned. Financial insecurity while following your dreams is 10,000 times better than living with financial security, doing something that doesn't inspire you. The difference between like and love, it isn't incremental. It's the difference between climbing a flight of stairs and climbing Everest. Comfort, it's overrated. I deeply desire to be uncomfortable, and this season has given me a triple helping of discomfort. But I can say with absolute certainty that I'd never in a million years exchange this life for financial security. My gut told me that this was true, but the last 18 months has proven it over and over and over. When we create impact on others, pursue work that matters, and redefine the role that money plays in our life, it unlocks a truly meaningful life. And once you taste it, nothing can ever again satisfy that thirst. As I was contemplating my career change last year before I made the decision to leave, I made a comment to a trusted friend. I said, I only have 50 good working years left in me. And he thought it was a joke, but it wasn't. I truly believe that if we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing, there's nothing that can stop us from wanting to do it, including some arbitrary retirement age placed on us by society. I love spending time with my family and doing cool hobbies and traveling the world and watching sports and eating amazing food and experiencing all that this amazing culture has to offer. But I also love my work. If that's true, then a life without passion-filled, life-giving work would feel empty. So as I look back and I celebrate these last 18 months, I'm grateful, I'm humbled, and I'm inspired by everything that's happened. Here's to the next 49 years. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this added value to your life, and if it did, it would mean the world to us if you would like, share, or even subscribe. And while you're here, please check out some of our other content, and down below you can find a link to Meaning Over Money, which is our online video course where we teach young adults how to live with more meaning and less about the money.